Hey guys, Piston Cup Reviews here, and today we're going to be showing off some of my favourite products from 2025 that I found. Starting off from smallest to largest with mini racers. I'll be showing off like a few of my favourites for this year, not all of them. So, if we start off with the King, and compare him to his 155 scale diecast, this is one of the few chances where you see the King looking forwards instead of looking to his right or left. Turn right to go left. Right, that's just a quick one. Actually, if you look at him fully, we got the Dino. It's basically the diecast, but a lot smaller. And his front wheels are skinny compared to his back wheels, which are thicker. Compared to the diecast, where they're the exact same size. So, there we go. It will focus on the background quite a lot because a lot more stuff to focus on there. So, the wheels, the diecast has a darker grey. This has a lighter grey. Yep, looks like the King. Spoiler is obviously bigger on this one because this is meant to fit in those cardboard boxes that they are put in. Now let's move on to Snot Rod. Mini Racer Snot Rod. This is, I think, a 2025 one. Wait, no, 2026 one. But I will include it in this because I got him this year. Because he's so adorable. And we will compare him to another car that I got this year, being the Snot Rod with Flames China release, which I got in a charity shop. A lot of these I did get second hand, and I enjoy them. So if we compare them, the Mini Racer has a slightly lighter orange and a darker, like, modified engine. This one obviously has flames, so it's going to be like a different expression compared to the normal diecast. I'm just going to move my things to compare the diecast so I can rest my arm. So if we compare them, he has silver, but that's like kind of the thing with China. They have more silver than grey. I don't own a Thailand Snot Rod, so I can't really compare. The exhausts are a lighter colour than that. If we look at the base, the bases are quite similar in colour. Love the same. I am not good with these words. So compare the colour of the base. This one's slightly brighter, and the these were separate pieces with the single diecast back. I don't know, 2016 got released, where one of the exhausts was separate from the car. You have to literally connect it on, compared to its recent re-release. This one has the more puckered up, I don't know what to call it, the smoochy expression, and obviously flames, which I think is the difference in between that and the normal diecast one. This one, he's like, and no flames. This is it's not really my only tuner in my collection currently. When I was younger, I did have Boost and DJ. I had the lenticular DJ. I don't know where those two have gone. And I do remember their spoilers were broken. When I was younger, I did want Snot Rod the most, though, because I love his design. And Wingo. And currently, I only have this. And currently, I only have Snot Rod. Because the others disappeared. So if we move them off to the side, and then get on to the second, in between the diecast and the minis. Mini Adventures. My first ever mini adventure being the a variant of Doc Hudson. I think it's from the Sarge Boot Camp theme in the Mini Adventures. If we look at him, very cartoon-like. I like it. I think the wheels are quite similar to the normal diecast, which I did not bring out, unfortunately. But I do love the design that they have. He hasn't got the chrome that the diecast has, but in my opinion, that it is better in my opinion, because when I was younger and I was in the sun playing with these, they would blind me. And yeah, so if we take a closer look, he has got silver here, He's got the mold parts. I think those would be painted in with the Hudson Hornet variant. Got the staff for his design. Silver headlights. And his expression for his eyes. I got this at a Toy Fair, along with a few other Cars products I'm going to show off in this video. Like, apart from 2 others. So if we can bring out... let me decide. Before we get to Lightning McQueen variants. Jeff Gorvette. This is my first 155 scale diecast of him. I do have the mini racer, but I also got this guy in the Toy Fair, which I will be going to soon, and I will probably make a video of my haul. So there's Jeff Gorvette, which took me too long to find a Jeff Gorvette, in my opinion. I have now got at least one of every racer, apart from the international ones, which were exclusive in different countries. So here we have the American flag design, instead of the Cars 3 design, which I'm still disappointed that Mattel decided to take away from us last minute. I will not forgive them for that. It's got separate windows, which I honestly thought they were going to be connected, but this is actually a plastic piece. I think this is a 2011 one, maybe, because it hasn't got the Corvette logo, which I know they changed, so this might be like one of the earlier designs for him. So if we move on, here's the back. He has no license plate because he's a racer, which Cruise decided to have. Well, it wasn't really Cruise's fault, she was just put in last minute. Right, we'll go into, yeah. Another car that I needed to add to my collection is Cal Weathers. This isn't the Hank Weathers variant, it's just Cal Weathers. So if we have a look at him, he has got bent wheels because I got it second hand, but at least I was able to get Cal. He was one of the ones I really wanted for Cars 3. One of the main veteran racers. And I do like Cal. He's one of my favourites. So we take a look at him. He's got the dark blue going with the light blue. And then we've got the fade here. He's got his like moustache grill. And yep, he's got the logo, well, the number underneath the headlight, which makes sense for Lightning McQueen because he has real headlights, but everyone else doesn't, which is kind of odd. Here's the Dino logo. Here's the back. We've got the little camera piece. And the number 42. That's him. And Lightyear, which I kind of like that. I think the original design of Rusty's Racing Center, Lightning McQueen had that. There was a lot of promotional merchandise with that. I did have like a cup with it on when I was younger. That's off topic. Okay, on to the next diecast. Or shall I say, plastic car. I got the Escape from Frank playset Lightning McQueen, the original, not the thin body one. When I was younger, when my grandparents got the French magazines when they went to France, there was this little advertisement on it about the playset, and I was like, oh my gosh, that playset looks really cool. And with that McQueen, I was like, ooh. I think this is the older one because it's got the printed on headlights instead of being stickers, and a lightning bolt. And I like how it's got the dirt effect, not only on the sticker, it's also on the plastic as well, which, that's actually some good detail. Here he is, one of my most wanted plastic cars from my childhood. Can now go into the collection as one of my plastic cars, along with like a few McQueens. I don't really have any plastic cars, so maybe I can get some more soon for like playset reviews. Now, next diecast from this. McQueen with boot. This is a chase from 2009. He had 2 packaging variants. Before I over nerd out, this one I also got at the Toy Fair. A lot of these were from the Toy Fair, okay? But I think this is like maybe the last one. Actually no, there's like another one. Silly me. So he is a bit chipped, well loved, and he is one that I also wanted, so added to the collection. He has got the boot which prevents his wheel from moving, which is a cool detail. And if we compare him to other McQueens I have, including a custom expression variant of McQueen, which I made, I have a McQueen cone. He had the cone missing. It came off when I was playing with it, and I lost the cone, so it's just concerned. Now the mouth looks very similar, except this one has the teeth printed on, or painted, and this one is a mouth plate. The eyes, I think they match the finish line Lightning McQueen, which I also have. Well, let me just grab him. Found him after like 3 attempts. Yeah, it's got the same eyes as finish line Lightning McQueen. Put him more central. Same eyes as this McQueen, same mouth as this McQueen. And he's also got the boot. So let's move them to the side now onto the next 155 scale thing. Race and Rescue McQueen. I might make a review on like Race and Rescue if I get the whole set, which is a bit difficult for me because this I have not found anyone else from Race and Rescue apart from the minis and Jackson. I actually have his card right there. Jackson I found made in China, so I can't really review him until next year. That's now my little policy now, except it's now New Year's Eve today. So we have a look at Race and Rescue McQueen. Got the rescue on that side. Does that say race there? No, rescue. Got the Race and Rescue logo here. I like the yellow and blue. Not yellow and blue. He's got a slight tinge of blue. Like outline of blue. I like the yellow and red. It's really cool. And I honestly think this line gets too much hate. It does not deserve the hate it gets. It's got the same mold as Deputy Hazard Lightning McQueen. Just the mouth is painted differently, and he's now got a different siren thing. And yeah. I might review a bit more of this theme. I am so close to completing the Mini Racer collection. I'm just missing Luigi and the ambulance and sheriff. Here we go. It's also got the 95 under the headlight. Just take a look at him. Focus instead of the background. Race and Rescue. He's also got that little bit, the oil catcher thing. 95 there. Yellow lightning bolt. As headlights being cartoony, I like this because it really matches the book. I wish they did this with the Storytellers collection and more of the characters from this book. I really like it. Yeah, underrated line in my opinion. Too much hate. What else? Before we get into a more bigger diecast, look at this decoration from Argos and Sainsbury's, exclusive, which are connected, so it's basically the same. This Lightning McQueen decoration, which is based off the image of Disney 100 Lightning McQueen. Now, I don't mean the diecast, I mean the official. It is official, they're both officials, just this one is the main one that you'll see on most merchandise. And they made him into a Christmas decoration. Instead of being in that cartoony style, they decided to keep him in his normal diecast style. Well, his 155 scale movie realistic body. So now he just looks like he grew up. He went from a toddler, now it's just a preteen, and this is the adult McQueen. I'm just saying what age he looks. For comparing him, he's got the greyish blue, it's a blue, I think, for the headlights, and for some reason these wind flap things are also windows. Which I can tell you is not accurate, that was not needed. Yeah, he's got the eyes, as this one does too. I think the mouth should have had more paint. And if we look at the base, it's a base, with it being red. I spent £5 on this, so it's not that bad. And right after I bought it, they changed it to £4 reduced. And yeah, although it did sell out quite a lot, because who wouldn't want a Lightning McQueen decoration for cheaper than Disney Store? Now let's go on to, finally, I have a red. When I was younger, I always wanted a red diecast. This is not the deluxe one. I don't think deluxes really came to the UK. So it's the 2006 design, which I am really happy to finally own a red. Because when I was younger, my mum always tried looking for red, but couldn't find him. So it was the big plastic red I had when I was younger, and the mini racer red, which is another thing. So yeah, my mum really did try looking for a lot of stuff I wanted when I was younger, like the Colossus XXL, which on eBay it goes for a lot. It was quite difficult for me to find it on eBay, and I'm not buying it for that much. But if we look at red, it's got a chrome base, which if you look at when you're in the sun, it will blind you. It says radio springs right there. The grey ladder. He's got his little smile. Very 2006. And it now goes into my 2006 collection, along with my Thailand 2006 Mater, which I didn't know I owned until like we refound it in my childhood toys. So yep, red rims, radio springs, fire department, along with some silver rearview mirrors. I'm happy with red. I can't really see my hand with a thumbs up. My hands are huge compared to the screen. Alright, and what next? Let me just saw myself on my chair. Zooms. My sister found me a Zoom of Mesa, which she also found me a Zoom of Cruise. I already did have Cruise, but it came with the tag as well, with the Cruise one, which I am happy with, because my one I got in 2017 was very used. So now I have pristine condition Cruise, and I now have Mesa. So that's adding on to my Cars Zoom collection. I'm not going to show you the entire lot because they're at a different part of my room. I'm not taking you to look at it. So if we look at Meta, it's got the hook, which is separately attached, along with it's mainly printed, but that's just how Zoom are. And I really like Zoom. I really like drawing them because they're just so cute and easy to draw. But if we have a look at Mesa, he's got his little flippy floppy ears things, his missing light, his still there light, and his little like cute smile. And please don't judge me after that. Zooms don't really have mouths, which makes Meta one of the old ones out. Which he does that quite a lot. If we grab the Funko Pop, which I also own, Funko Pops don't really have mouths until like Five Nights at Freddy's, which I think was around the same time as the Cars ones. So we got Meta with a mouth, so that was another time, because the rest of the cars didn't have mouths apart from I think maybe Doc had a mouth because that's his grill area. Yeah, Meta is another exception, along with like there's two Cars characters that get an exception. I think maybe Smokey as well because of his grill. My chair is making a lot of squeaky. My squeaky gaming chair. So if we grab another thing, what could it be? Yeah, let's grab this. Mattel Pullback Dino McQueen. I did have like 2 of these when I was younger, but I found this in a charity shop, and I was like, oh my gosh. Beautiful. And it still works. Like faded stickers and all because it's been used, and missing headlights, but hey, the tracker's already lit. He's chill. He looks like this. I think it's around 2015. Let me check the year. It says production 2013. So 2014 probably released. Because I remember getting this twice. Let's take a full look at this beauty. So we got the orange outline of the lightning bolt. We got the 95, the Dino, and he's got a nice smile. Mwah. And what's next? Disney Infinity. It's gonna be like a short one because I might make a separate video. So we've got McQueen and Mater. Look at them. So if we take a look, it's Cars 2 McQueen, it's the World Grand Prix one, it's not the Radiator Springs one. I do have the complete set. I just don't know where my clear McQueen disappeared to. He used to be in the background, especially in my first Cars video with Cars 1 Lightning McQueen made in Thailand 2022. I know a lot of words. Where I reviewed this McQueen, and the clear version of this McQueen was put in the background. Now, in case you're wondering where I got these, I got them in this secondhand gaming or movies store called CEX. In case you're wondering why am I spelling it, because the actual pronunciation of it is a word. Find out for yourselves, but just search that online, and then you just get the website, and then you can get the secondhand. I don't know if they go into more than just Britain, because I am British. Again, and that's where I got them, the entire set. I also have got duplicates of like 3 of them. I've got a duplicate of McQueen, Mater, and Holly, but they're like the more damaged ones that I got duplicates of, like separate stores. If we just put McQueen, if we put Mater and Holly back, because they're the ones I have duplicates of. The ones that I don't have duplicates of is the Clear McQueen and Francesco. I do have Francesco and Clear McQueen, but not duplicates of them. So what's next? What is next? Let me have a little look. Is that all the diecasts? Apart from one specific one that I'm saving for last? Yep. Mack. And I don't mean like no special plastic Mack. This is a diecast Mack. I'm not saying it's not special. I have always wanted one of these. In case you're wondering, what do you mean you've always wanted one of these? Like, everyone gets these in their collection. Since I'm in Britain, like, where I live in Britain is a bit difficult to get these. Like, I know in Scotland, with their version of The Entertainer, they have cars haulers. Lucky them. But the Macks I've always had when I was younger was the Disney Store remote control Mack, which came with Mini McQueen. But I got a second hand, so it just with the Mack, and another one with buttons, where it's like the fast talking Lightning McQueen. I have not found information about him, but I am still looking. It's the diecast one. I got this for Christmas, and it's one of my favorites. I also got the Restaurant Rescue Big Red, which I'll have to do a separate review on. We take a look at Mack. Popping off. There we go. Take a look at him first. Here we have Mack. He is the deluxe one, apart from this. Look, I think deluxe haulers used to have that until they decided not to anymore for some reason. So yeah, he is made in Vietnam, so he's got the bits there, and he's got a mouth plate, so it's gonna be darker than the metal. But, hey. First 155 scale Mack I've ever owned. Although I can't fit Mater in here. Which I wish I could. Take a look at McQueen. Why am I looking at McQueen? Why do I want to look at McQueen? I'm looking at this beauty. Mack! Look at this. Lightning McQueen. And instead of opening it from this first, you have to scooch this forward. But you can completely do it. It has a kickstand, so you can do that. You reconnect the Mack. You like aim it. And then it goes like that. You put the Queen in. Beep, 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 beep. And it can just sit in there. You could like take the stand. Get it, because it's a stand. And I don't know why I need sound effects. There we go. California, here we come. Mack, turn backwards. It fell off my desk. So here he is. And then to open it, you just scooch this forwards. Like that, and off he goes. And then he falls off my desk and dies. How sad. Here's the back. Lightning McQueen 95 Rusties. Then you got him. He is definitely not high right now, okay? You gotta believe me, he is not high during this picture. I am Lightning McQueen. Although this is McQueen before Radio Springs and McQueen after Radio Springs. He's more happy in this one. We got this McQueen image. And we got Mack. Yep, that's it for the entire thing. Let me just take another look, see if I'm missing out on any diecasts. Nope, that's all. That's all, folks. Ka-chow. Anyways, have a nice New Year's Day. 2026 is the anniversary of Cars, so happy anniversary to Cars in June. And see you next year. Bye.
Always comes after lightning. Kapow! Who here knows about the thunder thing? Show us the boat!